The lean community likes to say senior management needs to step up. I'm not so sure about that. I think the middle managers are the important ones in the company. And if we say that lean is not working because the senior managers aren't stepping up, that means that we in the lean community don't need to change. I think we in the lean community need to reflect and we need to change our approach. For example, we go through the world saying PDCA. Nobody else knows what that is. Okay? We need to change our language. Okay? And if you say to a manager PDCA or experiment or iterate, you scare the hell out of them. It's like, oh my God, my team's never going to reach the goal. They're just going to experiment. So what you say is, we have a goal with a date. We have a budget. We have quality parameters that we cannot go outside of. And within this box, the team can experiment, but only inside that box. And they're like, oh, okay. We talk about developing capability. Believe me, I did it too. I don't know what it's like in the UK or Denmark. We have a lot of people from Denmark here. But in the United States, if you say to a manager or a senior leader, develop capability, you're not talking their language. They're not interested in that. In the United States, after 3-4 years, the people are moving on. If you say develop capability, the manager's going, great, I'm going to spend all this time and energy developing people's capability, and then they're going to go to my competitor, right? People don't stay for 30 years for the gold watch anymore. So instead, we could say, we're going to make your people more able to achieve goals and meet challenges. We're going to align your teams. That's the policy deployment talk. That's managerial language. So I think the lean community needs to take a little bit of a look. I think, Dan, you were alluding to that toward the end of your talk, saying, you know, we're the ones who need to reflect about what we're doing. I don't think the content of what we're doing is wrong, but I think we're presenting it in an excited way that makes sense to us, but is not speaking the manager's language. And here's another conclusion, straight from neuroscience. If we only periodically conduct training events or only episodically work on improvement and the rest of the time it's business as usual, so these lines represent, say, work days, and you can see these red fields here represent where we consciously work on improvement or have an improvement event, but the rest of the time it's business as usual. You know what neuroscience is telling us now? What you're teaching is business as usual. That's what you're actually teaching. So what this means is that, again, for the lean community, and I consider myself a member of the lean community, for us to reflect, it means that if we want a lean revolution, we're going to have to take lean from being a staff-led, periodic, episodic activity to a middle management coached daily activity. Now don't worry, how many here are in the lean department or function? Don't worry, the manager needs a coach. There's plenty to do. But I would like to argue that the middle manager is our customer. And we don't need to wait for top management to get on board because they're busy. We can make the middle manager successful, and then they'll listen to us. So Toyota's change management secret, kind of interesting. Here's Toyota's change management secret. They make no distinction between daily management and change management. They're one and the same. Practicing the improvement kata is how they manage, or the pattern of the improvement kata.